Hi everyone, welcome to the August 2022 month ahead reading. So this is for the astrology and for your astrological zodiac sign. So the timestamps will be under the video for those that just want to skip ahead to those readings with the cards, but I do recommend listening to the whole video, especially if you're interested in astrology and the energies and how we're going to experience the month of August based on the astrological signs. Before I do all that, I just want to show you guys a quick thing. I've been sharing these online, but I'll just show them on camera as well. I've made some, a lot of you know I make gemstone jewelry. I've got a shop, which the link will be below. It's an Etsy store. You can get your actual, zodiac sign. I don't know if it's coming up on the camera. There's like Aquarius and Sagittarius. I have every sign. Okay, so, and the colors and the gemstones used correlate with the sign. So for example, Aries is, a fiery energy, a fiery sign and a fire sign. And so I've used red agate. Scorpio is obsidian, which is protection energy, shielding and protecting, and so on and so forth. So if you're interested in grabbing one of those, just go. I've got the Taurus one on today. See the little Taurus glyph with the rose quartz. You can go to that link, and free shipping for Australia and flat rate shipping for overseas. All right, so let me get into the astrology for the month and then the individual card readings for each sign. So month of August, so we start the month with this North Node Uranus Mars conjunction. If you follow the astrology, you've been hearing a lot about this. This is a very intense energy. It's a very rare alignment. The last time it was in these same signs actually goes back to like the 1800s. Pretty crazy. So this is a sort of expect the unexpected energy. And so you need to know, if you know your chart, it's good to know where you have Taurus, especially 18 degrees of Taurus, because that's where the alignment happens, 18, 19 degrees. And when you can see like the house, or if it contacts any planets, you'll get more of a sense of, okay, where might there be unexpected developments, maybe even some shocking energy, or because that's what Uranus is, especially with the North Node and Mars. But these things, whatever's happening around this first week or so of August for you personally, there is a destiny around this, because this is such a sort of destined alignment of energy that's kind of very raw and unexpected, and there's change connected with this. That's the thing. And life is change. I always say, like, there's that quote, and I love this quote. I think it's something like, the only constant in life is change. And it's so true. As humans, we try to hold on to things, especially if you have fixed energy like Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio. Those signs tend to hold on, for a long time to things that they know, that they're familiar with, because of the fear associated with change. But this energy coming in is actually creating change, whether we like it or not. And it doesn't have to be negative. So I just want to say that, because it's going to depend on your personal chart and how it contacts your chart. If you have anything in your chart around 18, 19 degrees of Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, this is going to be more positive for you. I mean, obviously you have to look at the astrology as a whole, but just generally speaking for that. Okay, so that's one thing that's happening this month. It's a pretty intense, powerful month, I have to say, the month of August, but I think mostly it's good, is my feeling. We have the sun, let's see, moving out of Leo at the end of the month into Virgo from the 24th of August. So happy birthday, Virgo people. So, the whole month is Leo month until the 24th, and it changes and shifts into Virgo season. And we also have, actually, sorry, I missed something there. August 5th, Mercury moves out of Leo also and goes into Virgo from August 5th. So we already have this Virgo energy with Mercury, and then towards the end of the month, Sun into Virgo. So it's a good month to get organized with your work, with your habits, with your health, with your routines. And, declutter, also really good thing to do at this time when there's Virgo energy coming in. And look at, the details of your life, things that you need to sort through. Detailed sorting processes relates to Virgo energy. Changing things to do with your work, like improvement of processes, that's very much a Virgo energy. So it's a good month for that. It's also a good month to analyze your emotions, or to analyze, how you're feeling about your work, your health, your life in general. And to, keep an eye on what's happening around you. It's kind of an energy of being very aware, and also being very self-aware in terms of your mental state you know, your health, your work, all those things that relate to details of life. And it's a very practical energy as well. So it's a very hands-on practical energy, which is, you know, the earth signs will enjoy the Virgo, the shift into Virgo, more so. And it'll probably be quite a busy month for the Virgos, starting from August 5th with Mercury in your sign, which kind of speeds up communication and increases communication and all that kind of stuff. August 12th, Venus enters Leo. So that's a nice energy. It's quite romantic. Venus going into Leo, it's, you know, very expressive, very much wanting to enjoy yourself, enjoy your life. So that's a nice energy. And then on August 12th, we actually have a full moon in Aquarius, around 19 degrees, 19 to 21 degrees. If you've got anything in Aquarius from say 16, 17 to 23, maybe 24, this full moon in Aquarius is going to be very significant for you. As I think I said, if you're an Aquarius, yeah, I did. So it's also going to be significant if you're a Leo and have anything in Leo on those degrees, around those degrees, possibly also for Taurians and Scorpios, but in particular Aquarius. So this full moon contacts Saturn, which Saturn is about endings and new beginnings and change. And also it can be like a cutting off energy, where if there's a situation that, you know, you felt like has been drawn out or has been going on for too long, or something culminates, you know, with the full moon, it's always this culmination of emotional energy. If something culminates around this full moon, you're really going to feel this call to create change. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. It's all about change and evolution as well, like evolving. Where do I need to go next? Where is my instinct drawing me towards? And with Saturn being involved in this full moon on August 12th, Saturn is very dry energy. It's very, you know, it's to do with responsibility. It's to do with the facts of things, the facts of matters, the reality of things. And Aquarius is our higher thoughts and where our higher self is guiding us. So if something's not working out well for you around August 12th, the full moon, you could decide, if you're very Aquarius in your chart, or if you've got Aquarius sun, moon or rising, you could decide to move away from something that you feel is holding you back. You could feel that there's a strong change energy around your life that sort of has a life of its own, or you just feel guided towards change. So again, it's going to affect the fixed signs the most, mostly Aquarius, but also Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, like I said. So that August 12th full moon will affect those signs the most. If you know your chart, look at where you have, you know, Aquarius, what house, you know, if you have any planets there, you could see what the influence of that quite powerful full moon will be. Then moving on, August 21st, Mars enters Gemini till the end of 2022, because Mars will go retrograde towards the end of the year. So it spends a lot of time in Gemini. So from August 21st with Mars in Gemini, if you have Gemini in your chart, you could find this is a very, very busy time for you. You know, Gemini, sun, moon, rising, people will find this is a very intense time, especially if it's your moon. You might feel it's more emotionally disruptive or intense, or there's more arguments around you if it's your moon sign. If it's your sun, you'll just be more busy and it's quite a charged up, good energy. If it's your rising, again, very busy. But this does also spark a lot of energy for the other air signs, including Libra and Aquarius. So if you've got Gemini and Aquarius, you're going to be super busy around from August 21st for the rest of the year. This can cause some agitation though, because it is Mars. So if you have a lot of Gemini or air placements, try to slow down a little bit from August 21st if possible, if it's even possible, because going too fast with this energy can cause accidents, problems, you know, having to redo things and all that kind of stuff. So Mars won't go retrograde till later in the year, so I'm not going to talk about that yet, but I'm just saying that from the 21st Mars will go into Gemini, speeding communications up, speeding up our daily interactions. Can cause some inner conflict, because Mars in Gemini is an energy of duality, or a lot of mental energy and a lot of highly strung nervous tension as well. So because Mars is more of an action orientated sign in Gemini, we could feel pulled in two directions in some way, because it's that duplicitous or dual energy, really, not duplicitous so much, which it can be, but it's more a dual energy where there might be some kind of need to make a decision between two options. Again, that's going to be in that sign till the end of 2022. So yeah, it could be a bit complicated for people trying to make decisions that have a lot of Gemini in their chart, or it could cut things off and create new beginnings for you. It could go either way. So August 27th, we have a new moon in Virgo at 4 degrees. So there's a new beginning energy for some people around their work, health, routine, especially for those that have 4 degrees of Virgo. Some kind of new energy beginning in your life. And then around at that same time, Mercury shifts signs again for the 3rd time this month. Mercury started off in Leo, went to Virgo, and on the 27th of August it goes into Libra, which is more about justice, fairness, equality, especially in communications, in friendships, in relationships. Being very aware of these issues, being more aware of how you communicate, using diplomacy more is going to be something that you're more conscious of. You may tend to hang back what you really think after August 27th a little bit, with the new moon in Virgo and Mercury going to Libra. This is more of a considering kind of energy, like considering things, processing things, and then communicating once you've done that. And it does bring a highlight to your relationships and the balance that comes from your relationships, and caring about balance in your communications and relationships. So that is the astrology for the month ahead for August 22. We have that full moon in Aquarius August 12th, and that new moon in Virgo at 4 degrees August 27th. It feels like a very sort of power-packed month. The full moon Aquarius could be more intense because of the alignment conjunction with Saturn. So that brings about also very fated energy. And as I said, we start the month with the North Node Uranus-Mars conjunction, which is a very rare alignment happening in Taurus at 18-19 degrees. So anyway, there's a lot there, but I'm going to move on now to the signs. So let's start with Aries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Astro Dice like I normally do, and I've got 4 different cards, so I'll use 4 cards for each sign. If you'd like to book a reading, go to the links below. The links are for everything that I have online. For readings, I do now have the 1 hour Zoom back again, which I had a long time ago, not a long time ago, probably about a year ago actually, but I've been so busy I haven't even been able to do the 1 hour Zoom. So they're back up. You get a recording of the reading, which you can keep and watch back indefinitely as a private link. And for that reading, I give you a lot of information. I analyze your astrology chart as in depth as you want me to. I look at your predictions with transits and progressions. I also do a full Celtic cross tarot spread for you. Then I do oracle cards, and I'm also a medium. So if you have people that are passed on, I can connect with them as well and pass on messages. So it's a full reading that's very in depth, and it's the same. I'm making it now the same style as what I do for my in-person readings that I do in Sydney. Also, you can book a 30-minute if you just want to try out the Zoom and you don't want to have the full session. You can have a half an hour, which I can still get through it quite a lot because I talk pretty fast. And what else? Yeah, and there's other readings that you can book with me. The general turnaround time is like 6 to 19 business days because I am that busy, so it does take me time. And I am, as I said before, being a Taurus with an Aquarius moon and a Scorpio rising, I don't rush my readings. I take my time because I would rather do a quality in-depth reading than be all stressed out thinking, oh, I've got so many readings to get through, I've got to knock out so many. I'd rather do less readings per day and give quality readings to my clients, and you have to wait a little bit longer for it. So that's how it is at the moment. All right, let's look at Aries. So Aries, let's see what's happening for the month of August for you. I'm going to use this beautiful deck it's new, the Art Nouveau Tarot. Absolutely love this deck. So let's see what card the Aries straight away jumps out. Aries people, you have the Fool. Wow, interesting, because that is Uranus, which is about change. The Fool is not a bad card. It's actually a very good card, I feel. Generally speaking, it's a good card. It's about change. It's about positive developments. It's about taking a risk and moving forward. For some Aries, you could be traveling or wanting to travel plans or change. So like making a big change in your life. This is very significant. And so, you know, you always look at the figure as well in the cards. It's 0, which is a new beginning. This figure is, you know, at the edge of a cliff, and it just symbolizes taking that risk forward to change up your life and do something that, you know, you might have some fears about in some way, but it's very positive. It's a major arcana, which shows that there's a destiny connection around this for you. So that's beautiful. I think that's a very good energy for Aries. I get a lot of restless energy as I'm talking about this. So some Aries may be feeling frustrated that they're not embarking on the path that they feel they're meant to. And I feel like if you're one of those Aries, this is a sign for you that you need to trust more in your instinct and taking action accordingly, rather than kind of keeping yourself stuck, because you could just be feeling a lot of frustration if you're not coming up to meet life, if you're hanging back too much. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. All right, so let's see what else for Aries. Oh, jumping card, love it. Wow, cedar tree, wisdom. So this is beautiful. 5 is about creativity and independence and change as well, so that's very interesting, which makes me feel that connection there again with the Fool card as well. So the cedar tree, the cedar tree is like a huge, like very strong, stable tree. Kind of reminds me of an oak tree a little bit, but it's about stability. But what I'm getting, because it's a 5, it's to do with change. There's something with Aries about creating a new path of stability or a new way forward that's going to bring stability for you. Wow, I like that. So let's see what else. Let's see what your angels and guides are helping. Well, these are the angel cards. What are your angels helping you with this month of August, Aries? I think the cards are upside down. There we go. Oh, too many. Hang on a second. What are Aries angels helping them with? Oh my gosh, look at this. This is, I love it when this happens in the readings. It actually spooks me sometimes. Wisdom. Angel of wisdom. My goodness, you've got double message about wisdom. So there's obviously something that you're really learning that's super deep on your path at this time. And, you know, there could be a bit of anxiety a little bit with this card because it is Uranus. It does charge up the nervous system because, you know, either you're making changes or you're wanting change. So what it's saying here is in the month of August, there's a lot that you're going to be learning, and it's going to be something that you integrate into yourself as wisdom. So whatever changes are happening, you know, we choose how we perceive things. You know, sometimes things happen out of our control and we're like, why did that have to happen? And yet when you look back on it years later, you're like, you know what, I see how that difficult or challenging experience actually led me to a better path. And when we're in the moment of struggling, we don't always see that. That's a message for some Aries. It's not for all Aries, that one. Okay, so one more card and then I'm going to roll the astro dice for you guys. So this is a 9 as well, by the way. I just wanted to mention 36 adds to a 9, which is about endings. So there's definitely a lot of change happening. If your life is not changing in some special significant way this month of August that's leading you to a lot of growth, then it's in the works and it's something that you're already feeling like on a deeper intuitive level. You may not know exactly what it is for some Aries. I do feel a lot of Aries know what this is, but some Aries don't know yet what this is. Wow, Sunstone, take pleasure in the things you do. Right, so, you know, this is just a reminder that your life is to be enjoyed, and make sure that you're not overly serious in planning things or, you know, wanting things to be a certain way or controlling things. It's like saying, let yourself enjoy. This is a very Aries energy to me, like orange with little flecks of red. It's very fiery. Sunstone also associated with Leo. So maybe some Aries with Leo rising or watching, or Leo moon or something like that. It's saying look on the bright side of life, you know, and look at the things that you are actually enjoying about your life, and take those moments of appreciation in the moment to just stop and go, wow, I'm lucky, I'm blessed. You know, I have this good experience happening in my life. Let's see what the astro dice have to say. Aries, August. Oh, 1. New beginnings. Very similar to that card as well. Taurus and Venus. So Venus in Taurus, this is actually really beautiful because Venus in Taurus is in dignity, which is very positive. It means, if you don't know astrology, it's in its home sign where it expresses itself in a very loving, pleasure related. It's funny because pleasure was mentioned here. Venus in Taurus is all about pleasure and enjoying the 5 senses, but also enjoying a deeper connection to the moment. You know, Venus in Taurus is very much about deeper connection to this moment now, and feeling the sense and the energy of the moment physically and also in a deeper way. The 1 is quite powerful because it does once again show that you are in the process of a new beginning in your life. There's a lot that you're learning in the month of August, and it's very powerful. So let's move on to Taurus. That was a beautiful reading. I actually really love that. For Aries, I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so let me see how I'm going for time. Yeah, hang on. Oh, 19 minutes already. Gosh, goes quick. All right, Taurus, yay. I say yay because I'm a Taurus too, so I get excited to see what's coming up for the month. And it's been a rough last few months for myself, personally. So let's hope that there's some good energy here. We have this interesting water sign male energy. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Romantic offers. Very interesting. So that's what this card usually means. So if you're a Taurus male, this would mean there's something about love in your life. If you're a Taurus female, this is someone coming towards you with a solid emotional offer in some way. So when I say solid, it can be just their feelings are genuine. It doesn't necessarily mean, you know, anything that we're seeing yet on the practical level. It's more like, yes, this person does have feelings. This person does want to connect with you. This person likes you. There's a deeper connection, that kind of energy. So it looks like some kind of love vibes going on. Let's see what goes with that. Hey, since, you know, that card on its own, unlike Aries who got the Fool, that was very much encapsulated in the one message. This is like, okay, so there's a loving and male energy or a loving relationship vibe. Let's see what goes with that for Taurus. Ooh, Untamed. It's a bit of a wild vibe, and it says wilderness. 4 and 3, 7. Yeah, so wow. Look at those mountains. They're pretty rugged. So for some people, this is like having gone through some difficult terrain with a relationship. That's what I'm saying here. It's like things have not been easy, and it's almost like taming the other or taming each other, or, you know, some kind of wild untamed energy between the two of you. It's pretty potent stuff. So there could be someone, you know, for Taurus, that if this is your partner, you know, you've been through a lot of ups and downs. You've had to like go through this rough terrain, symbolically, so to speak. You know, has not been easy, but there's definitely something you've been learning about love here, and that you are going to be learning also in the month of August. It's pretty profound and pretty intense. Let's see what the angels are helping you with in relation to this or anything else. Taurus, August, what's coming up? What are the energies? This one. Angel of Comfort. Wow. So what I'm actually getting here, it seems to be telling a story, and it does seem to be very focused on a significant person in your life. They're talking about comfort in the connection. So it could be, you know, there has been some difficulty, but you're actually getting to another level with understanding each other, or with getting to know deeper facets of each other through having gone through some difficulties here. That's what I'm saying. So very focused on relationships, as I said. Let's get you a crystal message. Taurus, August. Overcome your fears. Wow, that's so deep. So I want to say, you know, this is very strongly related to relationships. It just keeps coming through. For some Taurians, this could be a father figure. This could be someone in your life that's had a deep influence on you because of this King of Cups figure, okay? So, and, you know, there might have been this energy in the connection with this card of struggle. So that, again, it could relate to love or a family relationship, or somebody that you know, like a friend that you really care about. But it shows that with this card that things are going to be improving in August. And it also shows that there is something about fears needing to be overcome with this connection, and that's some part of what you've been learning, is to face your fears, to overcome fears. And I just heard change, so fear of change could be part of it. Fear of surrendering, fear of going deeper, and also fear of, you know, the for some it could have been some conflict that could have caused some fears here. Let's see what else. Gemini, 12th house. So someone might have Gemini in their chart, or you might be dealing with someone that has Gemini. Mercury is very strong. Wow. So there's been a lot of thinking and processing about this situation with the 12th house, but it's also very karmic with the 12th house. There's a past life connection with somebody that in the month of August you're healing, working through, communicating more about or with this person. So you could be having more communications in love, in romance, and trying to heal some issues by just going deeper in the connection, whether it's through communication or just through spending more private time with the 12th house. Is the house of, you know, private, secluded connections, secluded private activities, private conversations, that kind of thing. So very focused on relationships for Taurus. Really interesting. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see how we're going for time. All right, I think I've got time just to do Gemini, and then I'm going to start a new video because the way my camera works. But let's look at Gemini. So Now, Gemini, you've got Mars going into your sign at the end of the month. So, well, from the 21st of August. So this is going to really stimulate your mind a lot. So, Geminis, if you start to overthink from 21st of August onwards, and for the rest of this year, it could be quite strong when it first goes into Gemini. I did see the Wheel of Fortune, which is changed. This one wants to come out, though, which is interesting. That's Sagittarius. And this is a card, it's the Temperance card, which is a card of healing, a card of patience, a card of balance, finding balance in your life, finding harmony in your life, Gemini. So it's a time for you to heal from things from the past that were troubling for you. It's a time for you to go into a deeper part of your lessons that involve healing. But this energy is just, you know, the Temperance card is such a beautiful card. It's really quite divine, with the angel there pouring carefully, you know, from cup to cup. It's like she's doing some kind of alchemy. She's balancing energies. This could be, you know, with regards to relationships. This could be regards to your life in general, finding what brings you a deeper feeling of peace and harmony. Patience required, though. Always remember, with the Temperance card, that's one of the messages as well. But you will get there. I feel like it's a really soft, beautiful, calming energy. And I feel like that's an energy that Geminis in the month of August want or need. And remember, from August 21st, Mars goes into Gemini. So from that time onwards, especially if you're born early, Gemini, you're going to feel the intensity around the 21st of August and that week. If you're born middle, you know, later, you're going to feel it later on. But basically, it's going to be, at some point for the rest of this year, it's going to be speeding up your life. And it could be giving you this energy of being prone to overthinking as well and overanalyzing. So it's better to listen to your intuitive side, Sagittarius, which is like trusting your instinct and going forward, rather than getting stuck in duality, overthinking, yes and no, back and forth, that kind of thing. Let's see what the the messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle says for Gemini. Oh, this one jumped. Abundance. Wow. So it looks like Gemini is going to be very busy, and there's a potential to earn more money in the month of August. So that's very good news. And if it's not just directly from your own earnings, it's going to be from some kind of abundance that comes from another person. With a 2, could be another person, a family member, something unexpected that comes from another source, another area other than work, if it's not work. But there's more prosperity coming in with this card, more money coming in. So that's really nice. So let's see what your angels are helping you with, Gemini, for August 2022. What are Gemini's angels helping them with? Oh wow, past life karma. Gosh, that's intense, isn't it? I do feel it could relate to this card as well. Healing something from a past life, healing a connection from a past life, healing an aspect of your own self where you may be stuck or wanting change, working on past life issues. You might even be having dreams of past lives. It could be like that, and it's getting you to think about these kinds of issues. Sorry, I just bumped the camera. Let's see what else. What other message is there for Gemini for August? Oh, jumpy card. Moonstone. I love Moonstone. Live your purpose. Gemini, this is a very strong message. There is something you're trying to learn at this time, and you are getting tapped into it. You're feeling it. You're feeling some kind of message here about getting more connected to your true purpose rather than just being in a comfort zone in some way. So Spirit, with this card, is trying to get your attention through your intuition, through your instinct. And you know, this is connected to past lives. This is part of your soul purpose. It's very deep stuff going on, Gemini. Oh my gosh. Moon, yes, emotions. Aquarius, 3rd house. Wow, this is about a lot of communication here. So honest, open communication with people around you, someone you care about. Moon can be family, women, you know, other female connections. Talking about what's kind of hidden deep with your emotional side. Moon in Aquarius, if we're looking at people, for example, that have that, I have that, don't find it easy to, you know, communicate their deeper emotions. So it's a message to Gemini about something coming up for you. This 3rd house is about your local area, your neighborhood, text messages, emails, communication, important communications coming through, or you're giving other people messages, that kind of thing. So yeah, lots going on for Gemini. This is a very busy energy as well. There could just be a lot going on in your life in August. But I do see friendships, social connections, even family, especially with females, picking up a lot more communication there. So that was Gemini. Let's move on. Okay, so the next sign I'm doing is Cancer. Let's see what's happening for Cancerians this month of August. Cancer. Oh, we have a jumping card. We have the card of commitments, marriage, stability. This is Taurus, by the way, Taurus energy. So you could be dealing with a Taurus, or it's more likely something to do with commitments, marriage, some kind of celebration, ceremony that has a traditional aspect to it, or this is a big theme for the month in some way for you. Interesting. For some people, this can be dealing with authority figures as well, just to say. So like an older father figure or someone that's a guide to you spiritually, that's there to guide you. So it could be a mentor. It could be, if it's not, you know, those typical things associated with this card, like marriage, commitment, authority, it can be like a mentor or guide or someone like that that's helping you at this time. It can even be a spirit guide. So less likely interpretation, but that is one of them. Let's see what the angels are helping you with. Cancer for August. What is Cancer being helped with? Look, we have Angel of Procrastination. So there could be something here that you're trying to progress with in your life, but there's this element of procrastination around, whether it's you or someone else close to you. You know, you might be thinking about something that you want to achieve, but you feel a little bit held back. Can be because we are still in a lot of retrogrades, you know, in the month of August, Jupiter and Saturn are still retrograde. So, you know, that can sometimes lead the energies to go more within. It's not negative as such, but it just, the energies go more within. We process things that we kind of have been thinking about in a deeper way. We're doing kind of the background work of things. So there might be things going on to do with you wanting to have this commitment, but it may not be ready to reveal itself, or it may just not be time, or someone's procrastinating, or there's procrastination. Also, I have to say, for some people, this is about a serious decision in some regard that involves either your own authority or the authority of someone close to you, and making a decision that you may be holding back from at this time, or just waiting and seeing on it. So, you know, the month of August may be a lot of thoughts around these kind of issues, or something going on. Even this could be, I want to say, I feel like there could be usually the Justice card is a court case, but there might be a Cancerian that has something to do with could be anything from like a fine to, you know, having to show up at court, or because I'm getting like a judge energy. So it might not be that you actually have to face a judge as such, but it might be something, you know, related to important documents, paperwork fine, that, you know, that kind of fine, that kind of thing. And then you sort of have procrastinated, or there's been a procrastination around that. But I just get that it's something that you will resolve if it's something more immediate like that to do with a court. Okay, I do feel like it will get resolved by the end of the month. I could be just speaking to one or two people potentially there, but that was a separate message that came through. Okay, interesting. All right, let's see what else for Cancer. What are the messages for Cancer, the sign of Cancer for August 2022? This one. Mountain. Intention. Wow, that's deep. It makes me think of Capricorn energy, by the way. It is a 7. Now, 7s are about spiritual tests. It's like something that's not easy to overcome. But it's something about, with the word intention, what I'm getting here is it's like, stay the course. Don't give up on something that you really want or really need in your life, even if it's difficult. You know, even if you're scaling this huge mountain and you feel like, oh my gosh, I want to just go back down the mountain and start from the beginning, or, you know, maybe start again, or maybe not start again, maybe give up. But this is saying keep going with something that you really, really want, because it will manifest. But whether it manifests in August or not, that part's not being told. But let's just see what else. It's basically encouraging you to keep going, even though it's difficult. Trying to get to the top. Someone might be trying to get, you know, into a higher position with their work situation, or a higher position in life, and that's something that's on your mind. You have be the bigger person. Interesting. This is a heart chakra message. So what I'm getting with this, Cancer, is if there's people around you that, you know, there tends to be some kind of nitpicking energy, or argumentative energy, or one-upmanship type vibe, like always trying to be right. Someone's always trying to be right with you, or this kind of dynamic. It's saying try to let that go a little bit, because it's not serving you in any way. It's kind of wasting your energy, and it's keeping you stuck in a lower perspective, a perspective that's not helpful to your life. So with that crystal being the heart chakra, it shows, you know, try to tap more into the potential that comes into situations when you kind of let go a little bit and have a bit of trust in the divine, and don't feel that you always have to be rectifying someone else's behavior or pulling them up on something all the time, because what I'm getting is this is a very positive energy. It's like it's saying it can actually resolve without you feeling like you have to control it. So again, that's a bit of a general message, but it could relate to a lot of different situations. Let's see what the Astro dice say for Cancer. 7th house, you have 7 again. 7 was here, 25 adds to, or 2 and 5 is 7 in numerology. 7, which is about spiritual tests, also relationships. You have Virgo, which relates to work situations, and Moon, which is about, can be about a female in the workplace. Virgo relates to work, Moon is feminine energy. 7th house is other people, work colleagues as well. So some Cancerians might be having some issues with a work colleague, or feeling like you have to be sensitive towards a work situation. You could be helping a female with some kind of matter, whether it's to do with their health, their well-being, or their work. You also could be having to look after your own self more, rather than sort of, with the Moon in the 7th house, can be too focused on others, too worried about what others think, and needing to spend more alone time. With Virgo, likes to retreat and spend more time alone. Now, it's interesting to note that you got the Virgo message, because from the 5th of August, Mercury will be moving out of Leo into Virgo, and this does bring a focus to work matters, health, and your daily routine. So that looks like it's coming into focus for Cancerians as well. And there is a new Moon in Virgo on the 27th of August, so this also could relate something around the 27th of August for the Cancerians, because the Virgo sign has come up. That new Moon might be quite significant for you in some way if you're a Cancerian watching this, that new Moon in Virgo. So pay attention to what's kind of coming into your intuition or your awareness about a new beginning around the 27th of this month. This is Cancerians. Okay. And also with the Moon rules, you know, the sign of Cancer, but it could be saying you're feeling a bit sensitive in your relationships this month. You're feeling a little bit, you might be feeling a bit irritated with others, Cancerians. You might be feeling that way. So just, you know, take time for yourself when needed is what I would say. All right. So where am I up to? Just grab my pen. I'll just cross off where I'm up to, otherwise I can forget, because I get so absorbed in the messages. Okay, Leo. Leo. What's going on for Leo? Whoops, I just mixed them all up. Turn them the wrong way. Sorry. 1 second. I think I fixed it. Leo. Oh, gosh. Too many cards. This one seems to, like, it just dived out like that. It seems to want to get my attention. The 3 of Cups, that's a really nice card for Leo. So Leos, you're going to be enjoying your life in August, which makes sense because it's your birthday month. At least until when does the sun move out of, oh yeah, the sun moves out of Leo on the 24th of August. So from now till the 24th, it's Leo season. So it's a time to celebrate. It's time for Leos to enjoy their birthday month, to enjoy social connections, socializing with friends, getting out and about, doing stuff, meeting people, talking to people. There could be invitations to things like anything from weddings, birthday parties, you know, barbecues, home get-togethers with friends, whatever, that kind of thing. It's a very social energy. It can also be reunions as well. So there might, for some Leos, it could be a reunion, you know, with someone that you know, that kind of thing. Let's see what else is going on with the messages from Spirits of Nature Oracle. Leo, August. Oh, wow. Very yellow Leo energy. Look at that. Honeybee community. Wow. So this is an 8, which is about transformation. Some Leos might be socializing more is what I'm getting. And so you're around more people this month of August. I do get for some Leos, it could be a travel thing going on. I don't know why I'm getting that. I guess because bees can travel quite far, I think, in their flight path, I assume. I don't know. Have to look into that. But I did get travel anyway for some Leos. And yeah, this is about working together with others, whether it's people in your workplace, a team situation, like work team, staff that you work with, work colleagues. It can also be something about getting together in your local community. For some reason, some people might be getting together doing something important, like a project, or working on something that involves people that you may not know that well, because you all have like a common passion, or, you know, like going to, maybe even doing something like going to a class. It's like, oh, I want to learn how to do, you know, whatever it is, martial arts, I don't know, or dance, or something artistic, and you're like, I really want to try this, and then you meet different people who are in your local area. Could be something like that going on, but there's definitely something about working together with others this month, which is quite strong. Okay, let's see what the angels are helping you with, Leo. the month of August. This one's popping out. Angel of Balance. Okay, interesting. So there might be a bit of a party mode for some Leos, although I feel like some Leos are working really hard and are a bit tired, to be honest. But this is about not letting other people drain your energy is what I'm actually getting. So, you know, maybe you do get a lot of invitations with this very social card here, the Three of Cups, and you're like, you know what, I actually need to just stay home and sleep. You know, people that are Leos do love to sleep, to rest, to sleep in, to just, you know, hang around and chill, you know. And so it's saying make sure you're not over giving to others, that you're not over filling your calendar with social things and demands and this and that going on, and bring back balance to yourself, you know. So that's really important. And I do feel for some this is about a relationship, I have to say, is what I'm getting. So for some of you, you may feel like your relationship is out of balance in some way, or there's a need to rebalance something in your relationship. That's what I'm getting. And let's look at the crystal message, and then I'll do the astro dice. Okay, so we have, oh, get back into balance. That's unbelievable. So Leos have literally, this happened with, I think it was Aries, or yeah, Aries had 2 wisdom cards. Now Leos have 2 messages about balance. How about that? So look at it right there. Get back into balance and Angel of Balance. Super strong message when you get the 2 cards like that. So if you're going to extremes in any way this month of August, Leo, Spirit is saying you need to just find some balance. You need to make time for yourself if you're overscheduled. If you're being too social and you feel like it's draining you now, come back to you. Make a day just for you only, where you just don't do anything, you know, that feels like a demand on you. Try to schedule yourself in, because this is a really strong message. And this can also be about something where you feel like other people are just pulling on your energy too much, and it could be work demands for some, and you just need to take, you know, a mental health day. Just take a day off for yourself to just rest, you know. Could be as simple as that. But wherever you're being pulled upon, even if it's in a positive way of your life being very hectic, Spirit's saying it's time for you to just get some balance here. You might be going to extremes. You might be doing too much of a good thing that feels a bit too intense. Okay, so we have Virgo, Moon, and 3rd house. This, again, it's the same message. Virgo, Moon, and 3rd house is like overcommitted, exhausted, doing too much, too many messages, filling your email box, or your phone is blowing up, you know, or someone, or maybe 1 or 2 people are doing that. For some of you, it might just be one person that's really demanding, or it could be just your life feels that way. So this is very strong. It's saying in August, you're going to be very busy. 3rd house with Virgo is super busy. The Moon with Virgo is like, you need alone time, Leo. You need some time to just do what you like, do what you love, look after your health, your well-being, your diet, and come back to self a little bit, because it looks like a super busy month for you. Okay, interesting. Definitely told a bit of a story with the repeated things about getting balance back into your life, Leo. That's a very intense message there. Okay, so next is Virgo. Okay, Virgos, what's going on for you guys for August 2022? Jumping card. We have the money card. Love it. The Ace of Pentacles for Virgo. Amazing. So this is a card of a new financial beginning, a new job situation, more money coming your way, an increase in some aspect to do with your finances. You could be earning more money. You could be new job, you know, things of that nature. But it's a very positive card, a new beginning energy. Let's see what goes with that. Virgo. Oh, this came up for Aries, wisdom. So what I'm getting here is there is more money coming in, but just be cautious or careful as to how it's spent, because you might receive some kind of influx, and before you know it, you know, you've spent it, or you're like, oh, I'm going to do this and this with my money, but then you get the money and you're like, oh, how did that go so quick? You know, it happens. But this is like, I'm getting a message very specifically is about being cautious with how you're spending your money in August, or with some specific money coming in. It could be just spending in general. Also making sure that if you are starting a new job, that you do some research about the company before you go to the interview or even start the new job. Something along those lines is coming through. But there is a new financial beginning for Virgo, which is very strong. Let's see what your angels are helping you with, Virgo, for August. Angel of Dreams. Wow, so your intuition is going to be quite strong this month, Virgo. So it shows that you need to pay attention to any unusual dreams that seem like messages. I just heard spirit visitation. So some Virgos might be getting a visit from a loved one that's passed on, as in like a dream, but it's very real. And it's, you know, we have that, it's more a visitation if we feel like it's healing and it's very real. There's something like that. It could just be for one or two people out there. But this is generally a message about paying attention to your dreams, and maybe even starting a dream journal, so you can really, you know, you might be in a phase where you're getting a lot of messages through, you know, when you're asleep. So sometimes it can be, if you're in one of those phases where your subconscious is really trying to help you with your daily life, it's a good idea to write down those messages. Wow, you have It's Time to Transform. What a powerful card. So what I like about this one, it's malachite. The gemstone malachite is about transforming negative emotions, not just letting them sit within you and just kind of keeping them there. It can be, you know, negative judgments about self or others, critical feelings about self or others, these kind of energies, Virgo. So yeah, it's interesting because from the August 5th, Mercury goes into your sign, into Virgo. So your mind is going to be quite ramped up. Your Virgo energy is going to, you know, be kind of a bit more on point. You might be feeling more communicative, but also because you're thinking more, you might be analyzing more and therefore feeling more judgmental, whether it's towards yourself or others. So something to watch out for. Rather than hanging on to those kind of thoughts or ways of seeing things, it's asking you to transform it to something more positive. So that can be a process. It can be helpful to journal. You know, Virgos, you guys are ruled by Mercury, and writing down your thoughts and feelings can actually be very powerful for you to help you get through certain phases that are difficult. Not saying August is going to be all difficult, it's not, but there might be things that you need to address, and, you know, writing could actually help. I'm going to do the astro dice, but I just noticed that there's a lot of green here. When there's a lot of green, two things that indicates heart chakra activation. So wanting to come more from your heart, which might be a bit difficult in one way because Mercury going into Virgo, it's going to ramp up your analytical thinking. But, you know, what can help you is getting outdoors, and that actually helps get out of your own head. When you go outdoors, you sit on the ground, sit on the grass, connect with nature, you feel more in your physical body, gets you out of your head, out of neurotic thinking, out of worrying, that kind of thing. Okay, so then we have the 11th house, Cancer energy, and Neptune. It's kind of mystical and whimsical energy. You might be doing something creative this month, Virgo. That's what I'm feeling with this. Music could be a therapy. Art could be a therapy for you this month. You could be making money from something that you're creating yourself and selling it online. For some of you, I'm getting that. Creative pursuits are going to be very inspired, very like beautiful ideas coming to you, synchronicity around your ideas, your creative ideas. So all those Virgos that are watching this that are creative, this is a beautiful month for creativity for you. You can get amazing ideas this month, whether it's for writing, art, music, creating anything, making anything with your hands, or also friendships can be have extra deep conversations, like talking about more spiritual, emotional stuff is what I'm saying there. Really interesting turn that reading took for Virgos. I was not expecting that. I love it when that happens. So, okay. So, Libra. Let's see what's going on for you guys for August. Libra, August. Oh my gosh, look at this. We get the Libra card, the Justice card. How uncanny. Wow. So, the scales of justice. See how she's got that? And it's, as I said, it's the Libra card, so that's really funny it came up. So obviously there's issues coming up related to equality, fairness. I did mention that when I was talking about the astrology. That would be because Mercury enters Libra from August 27th. Wow. So Librans, from August 27th, there's going to be a lot of thinking about fairness, equality, relationships, all those kind of issues. So that's what I'm seeing here with this card. So it is actually mostly a positive card. It can deal with relationship karmic issues. No surprises, Libra suns always have to deal with a relationship karmic issues just because of the nature of having the sun in Libra. That balance between what you want and what the other person wants and needs, you know, that's always something that comes up, and this looks like it's coming up for you, if not during the month, towards the end of the month when Mercury also enters Libra. So yeah, it's going to be a time when you're really thinking about your relationships in a massive way. And there could be more communications happening in your relationships in August, especially towards the end of the month. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what your angels are helping you with, Libra. Month of August. Oh, this one jumped out. Angel of Imagination. Wow, so Libra, you guys are really, your imagination could be quite sparked this month. There could be a lot of dreaming or imagining things of the future. It's a 7 and 1, which is 8, which is to do with money, but also other people's money, joint finances, loans, credit, you know, how you obtain other sources of money to get ahead with your life. And it's almost like you and someone else, or just you, might be thinking about what you want to do with your life that involves your finances, that, you know, helps you dream this kind of new life into being. So your imagination is really peaking. You are thinking about what you want from your life, your future, and your angels are helping you to access your imagination in a way that's going to be helpful for you to manifest, basically. So you might be working on manifesting something for your future this month. You might be really, really thinking about it and really wanting that change, that positive change. For some Librans, I'm getting something about a new house, like dreaming of a new house. Dolphin just jumped out, which is, it says listening. So again, this is about trusting your intuition, trusting your instinct, trusting spirit, and looking up the signs and messages that are coming through your life. It's a 2 and 1, which is 3. 3 is about communication. This is more about communication from the spirit world, from the spirit realms, from the unseen, and trusting your feeling as well. Like water energy is always about clairsentience, about trusting your gut feelings and what your intuition's telling you. And sometimes we don't like that feeling that we get, but we have to honor and, you know, accept what is, you know, my intuition keeps telling me this message. Like, why do I keep getting that? Well, listen to it and trust it. Sometimes we don't know how things are going to pan out until we take the steps and you know, just take the step in front of you, and eventually you'll see, you know, where it's leading you to. But we always, you know, as human beings, we always want to know, you know, what the end result is. We can't always know that. It's part of the mystery of life, is discovering that as we go. So message to Librans: have more trust with your decisions, and you know, trust spirit, trust your gut instinct, rather than worrying about, oh, is this going to work out, or what if I don't, what if I change this and I don't have that, you know, that kind of thing. This says be the bigger person. This came up for another sign. I can't remember what other sign got this same card. So again, relates to relationship issues. So obviously relationships are majorly in focus for Libra. I know Librans are always, like I say, you know, Librans are often focused on relationships, whether it's friendships, family relationships, love, especially romance, partnership. But this is really strongly in one way about that, with the Libra Justice card, and saying you've got Jade, the heart chakra. Be the bigger person. It's saying, you know, Libra probably always feels like they have to be the bigger person, because they always are in one way giving people the benefit of the doubt, or acquiescing more, compromising more to what other people want. But this is saying, you know, you may be doing that more this month of August in some way, with one person in particular for some reason, okay? And it doesn't have to be a negative thing. You know, sometimes that's what our soul, as if you're a Libran type of person, or if you've got a lot of Libra in your chart, that can be what your lesson is in teaching others, is teaching them about balance, compromise, fairness, equality, all the Libran themes. So it's not always fun for the Librans, but it is part of their soul's journey. Let's see what the Astro guys say. This one just was rolled off the camera. It was on Jupiter. So I love that, because Jupiter's the lucky planet. Jupiter in Virgo, okay, not so lucky. Jupiter in Virgo is a bit difficult, because it shows that there's luck, but it's coming through your hard work. Okay, kind of a deep message here. It's like, yes, you do have to put work into your relationships, Libra, but maybe more than the average person, and it feels exhausting at times. You are seeing change in your relationships, but it's incremental. It's very slow. And the 4th house relates to family relationships, family dynamics, your home, home life, home moves, home dynamics, whatever that could entail, whether it's, you know, all of the above, dealing with family members. Try not to be too critical of others this month, especially with all the Virgo energy coming in. So we've got, yeah, like I said at the beginning of the reading, Mercury in Virgo from August 5th, and new moon in Virgo, August 27th. Sorry, I've got a cough. excuse me. So there could be, for some Librans, a lot of work at home. So you might be working from home, working really hard in the home, taking care of details, or like improving your home physically, like remodeling a room, decluttering, making space for new furniture, you know, or helping a family member with their health or their well-being or their home in some way. Let me just see how I'm going for time. I'll do Scorpio next. Oh, my battery's about to die and I've got 5 minutes left. So I'm going to have to charge it and come back and do the rest of the signs. That's okay. So this is a long reading doing this, but I'm doing it only once a month now. So let's look at Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. What have we got for you guys? Scorpio, August. Jumping card, Strength. And you're not going to believe what fell down to. I'll just show you that fell off the table. The Scorpio card, which is a death card. So some kind of change. I won't pull that card out because I'm only doing one card per sign. Some kind of change. I do get love life I'm getting for Scorpio. So the Strength card, there could be a Leo influence around you as well, or in your own chart. Strength required when dealing with relationships, because it's something complicated. It's not straightforward is what I'm getting here for August for Scorpios. Let's see what the messages from the Spirit of Nature Oracle have. Too many flips over them. Oh, ocean waves, or very watery energy. So look, it looks like your emotions are kind of up and down a little bit this month, Scorpio. Not unusual for Scorpio rising, moon, sun people. I'm a Scorpio rising. We are emotional. We feel things very deeply. But this is showing that there could be some tumultuous energy in your life, some kind of ups and downs happening, some kind of intensity, which again, we are kind of used to as Scorpio type people, but there could be something going on that requires you to be strong and stable within yourself and not react and not have that external reaction, but, you know, channel that frustration, difficult emotion, or tumultuous emotion into something productive, so it's not a destructive energy for you. What else do we have? We have Citrine, bring in the light. Yeah, so there is some difficult energy here with these two cards, but it's saying you have the opportunity this month, through going through something difficult, to not hyper focus or hyper fixate on the darkness or the dark in others. You know, see the light in yourself and others, and that's actually going to be very helpful for you. I am getting get out into the sunshine. We do have the Leo energy here, which is ruled by the sun. And there is a sun in this picture as well, which is, my gosh, I love the synchronicity. Look at that beautiful sun. Get outside, get in the sun, get that vitamin D into your skin, Scorpios. You guys need it to feel lifted and uplifted. Let's see. There's one more card. What are your angels helping you with, Scorpio, for August? It's not that one. It's this one. Angel of New Beginnings. Wow, that's beautiful. I love that. There's a beautiful new beginning out of something difficult, potentially challenging, or spiritually testing. There is a beautiful new beginning, and wow, you are really being called forward. See how they're like being beckoned through that archway? It's like really being called forward intuitively. Go with your intuition, Scorpio. You guys are very in tune with that undercurrent of feeling, and it doesn't always have a logical answer to it. It doesn't always make perfect sense on the outside, but you know your instinct is pulling you to the right direction. Venus, see, yeah, there's something about love. Venus, 4th house, and Aquarius. So there might have been a situation where there's something that was out of your reach that you wanted, whether it was to do with your home life, a home itself, your home situation, a sense of peace and harmony at home, or a relationship, but it was like not quite in your reach. And it's showing that there is something culminating this month with, for some, family members, for others, home life, and your emotions. So I'll leave it there for Scorpio. Okay, so we're up to Sagittarius now. So let's have a look for you Sagittarius out there. What's coming up for this one? Got my attention because it was flipped over facing the opposite way to the rest of the cards. So I'm going to take it for you. Sagittarius for August 2022. This is the tarot card. So you have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is an earthy female. Could be somebody that you know personally, someone that you work with, can be a work opportunity. And I almost get this feeling of like someone keeping an eye on you. So for some Sagittarius, there might be something going on at work where you're sort of being a little bit monitored, or people are paying attention to what you're doing more so than usual. It can be something to do with promotion because it's Pentacles, opportunities financially coming through. And what I heard you send was keep plugging away. So it's like You know, Sagittarians love to be free, so sometimes the workaday life can be very mundane unless you really love your job. But it is saying for this month of August just to keep plugging away. Try to be grounded and balanced in your decisions. Try not to make impulsive decisions is what I'm getting with regards to work and finances. Very strong message there. All right, let's see what other messages you have. I'm going to get you a crystal card next. Usually I was doing the other cards first, but I just felt drawn to the crystal. Oh wow, you have embraced change. Look at that. It's phantom quartz, phantom quartz is one of those powerful crystals which helps you kind of deal with past psychological baggage that might be holding you back, and it's a healing crystal. So embrace change is saying there is some kind of opportunity, I do feel, for positive change in your life. So make sure that you remain open-minded and that you let this, whatever change this is, flow. I do feel there is something to do with prosperity, finances, work situations, money opportunities. So definitely keep your eye open to new experiences that are leading you potentially onto a new path that's going to bring in more money for you. And you might become aware of this in the month of August, this August. So that's interesting. I also just heard again healing with this card. So you might be going through a healing time through something that you're doing that's practical though. So it feels like this healing is being triggered by your practical work that you're doing, your decisions that you're taking in your life. Oh, this one jumped over. We have water, lifeblood. Wow, look at that. It's amazing river flowing into all the different parts of the earth there, nourishing the earth. It's a number 41. So that's a 5, which is actually 5s are about change. What I like about this is this feeling of something to do with how the natural flow of events occurs to help you grow. That's what I'm getting. So it's kind of a download. The natural flow of events are helping you grow. So don't be afraid of change, Saggies. It's going to be positive for you. Whatever's happening around you in August, you know, you might be feeling a bit uncertain or a bit like this feeling like, am I on the right path? Am I doing the right thing? But I feel like it's a yes, you know, especially in regards to your work situation is what I'm getting. Let's see what the angels are helping the Sagittarians with this month. This one's popping out. Oh, wow. Your personal power and empowerment. Absolutely love this. What an amazing card to have. So it's an 8, it's 26 there. I don't know if you can see at the bottom there. So that's to do with transformation, change, personal empowerment. Also 8 is related to finances as well. So these are really strong cards. So your angels are helping you to get empowered. So it might feel like a bit of hard work. It might feel like things are changing, but that's okay. It's changing in a way that, yes, does involve some hard work and even feeling a little bit maybe unstable with the change, but it's actually positive for you. Let's see what else. You have number 9. 9 is about our beliefs, and 9 is actually funny. It came up because it's the Sagittarius house in astrology. So the 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius. So we have that energy of your belief system, your perspective, your outlook, your attitude. You know, these are very important energies for you this month. And the 9th house, you know, being ruled by Sagittarius, is more of a positive attitude. So I feel like the energy here is have a positive attitude for what's happening, because there might be things coming up. Mars in Capricorn, definitely work. I was talking about work, and this is about ambition and going forward, reaching goals and hitting goals. And also, you know, it's about not giving up easily, because Mars in Capricorn is that energy of the long-term goals that you want to hit, those long-term goals that you're heading towards in your life that, you know, they may not be easy, they may not be quick and, you know, sudden, but they definitely will be there for you if you keep pushing on and not giving up easily. So this can indicate a lot of hard work, but it also can indicate with the 9th house, luck coming in to help you. You are Sagittarius after all, and you do experience luck at certain times where things, you know, every Sagittarius is different, obviously, but sometimes Sagittarius don't realize sometimes how lucky they are that they might have got through something that was difficult, especially with finances, with less struggle, you know. And I'm not saying you haven't struggled if you're a Sagittarius. I know plenty of Sagittarians that have struggled, but it's more like thanking your lucky stars that, you know, somehow things have worked out for you, even if it's at the very last minute with just what you needed to get through. You know, it's one of those things where you maybe go to get your groceries and you're like, oh, I'm waiting till payday, I've only got this certain amount, and you kind of work it out and you're like, okay, I think it's enough, you know, and you get to the checkout and you're like, oh my gosh, it's exactly what it checked out at the checkout, and I've got the exact amount of money. That's kind of the luck that I'm feeling with this. So it's about appreciating those moments this month, because there will be synchronicities like that for the Sagittarians as well. Let's go to Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. This one jumped out straight away. It's the Emperor. This is actually Aries energy. So this is about, for Capricorns, taking action and being deliberately focused on outcomes that you want to achieve, like taking power into your own hands, not power over others, but power into your own hands, and going, okay, I'm going to create my reality the way I want it to be this month. And this is also about saying no to people that are trying to drain your energy. You know, it can be about also being more decisive and taking very decisive action on something that you want to do. Being sort of your own boss in some way, whether that's starting something new, a new endeavor, business, just taking charge of your life, not sort of sitting back and just kind of letting things happen to you. This energy is like, you know, don't be in that zone. And it could also be for some Capricorns around a male connection. So it could be a husband or father figure, or someone in your life that's an Aries male. If it's not about you personally, it could be dealing with someone, a strong patriarchal energy or a strong male energy in your life. It can even, I feel like there might be a Capricorn out there watching that's getting spiritual messages from like a male figure that's passed, like whether it's a father or grandfather. And if that's you watching this, this is some kind of validation that yes, you are getting messages. So that's an unusual one that I got through just then. But for others, Capricorns is about, you know, going forward, taking charge and taking action this month. Okay, so let's see what your angels are helping you with, Capricorn, for the month of August. What's Capricorn being assisted with? Just waiting for a card to jump. Oh, just when I said that, look at that, Angel of the Universe. Wow, that's an amazing card. I love that card. So it's a 35, which adds to an 8. A lot of 8s coming up in this reading today for a lot of signs. So this is about trusting that you have angels and guides working with you. You know, as Capricorns, as an earth sign, you may sometimes feel like everything's on your shoulders to be in control of or to control, and you have to do everything, and this burden energy. But, you know, you need to connect with your guides a little bit and say, hey, you know, angels, guides, please help me with A, B, C, whatever it is. And once you ask, you know, that helps them to help you more, because we are in a free will experience here on earth. Not to say there isn't destiny, because there certainly is. Certain experiences we have are very destined, but then other things where we have free will choice and we want help with certain things, and it's totally fine to ask your angels and guides to help you, you know, give you signs, guide the way for you, support you, help you feel comforted if you're having anxiety. They can help with a lot of things, but you have to ask. So remembering that, you know, Capricorn, you're a child of the universe too. You know, you deserve to be here. You deserve to experience the good things of life, and it's not all, you know, hard slog all the time. You know, you may feel like you're doing a lot of things on your own, or that you have to step up in some way. But I feel like this is more for you, for your life, not for others necessarily. It's more for you to do what feels right on your own path, is what I'm getting. Okay, let's go to the crystal message. What's the message for Capricorn for August 2022? This one's popping out. Prioritize your health. See, you need to look after yourself more rather than shouldering burdens for others. This is about you. It's also turquoise, which relates to communication and protection. So if you feel others are draining your energy, or the demands of life are getting too intense, ask your guides to protect your energy and communicate what you need to communicate with turquoise, throat chakra, and make sure that you're looking after your health, because you don't want to get resentful towards others if you're neglecting yourself. One more message and then I'll get to the astro dice for Capricorn. This one's popping out. Rice, excuse me, nourishment. It's a 4. Okay, so 4s relate to a lot of hard work. So this card is about looking after your health and diet, is what I'm getting. Sorry, I've got a cough. Oh, excuse me. A lot of talking sometimes makes me cough. Just drink some water. This is a long reading today. All right, so looking after your diet, looking after your health and your well-being, getting outside, also getting sunshine. I'm seeing that. You might be even planting something. So you might be planting herbs in, like, you know, herb garden, or even if you live in an apartment, you could be planting little herbs on your balcony. You could be working on your garden. Just got to turn my phone to silent. Sorry, I thought I had it on silent. But this is about nourishing yourself. I keep saying that, it keeps coming up, and we do have health here. So Yes, nourishing yourself, nourishing your well-being, taking time for you, pulling your energy back and focusing on projects that you want to do, things that help you feel like you're moving forward with your life. Aries is a very like independent, focused on self energy. So it's not saying to be selfish, but it's saying, obviously, it's saying to step more into your own personal power by looking after yourself and focusing on you. Let's look at the Astro dice. Capricorn. Second house of your values. Aquarius relates to ideas, friendship, groups, connections, what other people's ideas are versus your own ideas. Venus in the second house is good. It shows there might be some extra money coming in this month of August for the Capricorns. That definitely could be the case with Mercury moving into Virgo. From, when is that moving into Virgo? I had that before written down. Yeah, from the 5th of August, Mercury goes into Virgo. So that does a trine, which is a positive angle to Capricorn energy, also to Taurus. So it brings about more communication. So if you're selling things online, or especially if you're involved with like commerce, selling, communication as part of a business, if I can get that out, you might find that this month after the 5th of August, there's a bit more communication, people interested in what you're doing, what you're selling, you know, things of that nature. Even in business, if you're not selling something per se in terms of, you know, your own business or whatever it is, you might just have a lot of communications coming in, but they could be very productive communications, very helpful for you. You could, if you're in a regular job, hear news about, you know, an increase across the board, because Aquarius is like everybody. There could be like a small increase, like to your, you know, weekly pay or something of that nature. Venus in the second house is good. It shows your understanding, Capricorn, that you need to focus on your self-worth and work on this healing around the self-worth so that other people don't take advantage of your energy. Okay. Wow, very interesting reading for Capricorn. Okay, let's go to Aquarius. What's happening for Aquarius? Just check how I'm going for time. Yep. Ooh, too many cards jumped out there, so I won't take those. I'm not feeling it. I was not ready. Okay, and I'm, yeah, definitely not feeling that. Okay, Aquarius, let's see what's coming up for you for August 2022. There's a lot of tension in this deck for the Aquarius, and I think that's because of that Uranus North Node Mars conjunction in Taurus. It's squaring Aquarius. If you have anything, oh, this card's getting my attention. Okay, this is about feeling mentally stuck, like trying to make a decision about something, but you just kind of feel a bit paralyzed by your own mind, your own thoughts, feeling like you can't, that you're stuck, that you just can't make a decision, but it's something that's really churning over in your mind, and it's kind of something that's bothering you. So Spirit's kind of trying to help you with this. I heard in a bind, like, I know the card looks like she's in a bind, but this card technically, if you look at other decks, she's never actually fully tied up. She could actually pull off the blindfold and pull off the restraints if she wanted to, right? So it's indicative that it's all in the head, and it's swords, which is air, which is the mind. So it's all in your mind. Doesn't mean there's no reality to it, but what it means is there's fear blocking you from making a decision. Let's see what else comes up for August. Oh my gosh, this one just jumped out. Cloud, imagination. Interesting, you know, we have air here with the swords, the air element, and then we have cloud, which is to do with air again. Very appropriate for Aquarius. So it's just funny that that's come up. So there might be something that you're avoiding kind of focusing on, or you're fearing some change about, but you're kind of in your imagination a lot, kind of escaping into your mind. So sevens are about spiritual tests. Okay, so it is saying here that there is something that you may need to confront, but at the moment you may be opting for kind of a bit of mental escapism, because it might just feel like it's either not the right time for you to do that, or you kind of just feel like, you know, I'll just wait and see until the emotion really builds up, and then you might kind of make a decision later. So waiting to make a decision is what I'm seeing, and in the meantime trying to manifest new things in your life as well with the imagination card. You might be getting creative or wanting to do something creative is what I'm feeling. This one jumped out, which is oh, aquamarine. How appropriate for Aquarius. Love it. Go with the flow. Yep, exactly what I was just saying. So you might be feeling pressure to make a decision of something that you're afraid to confront, and you're kind of in your head about it, but you're also imagining different scenarios and kind of exploring your imagination and fantasy world a little bit. And then this is saying just go with the flow. Things will happen as your emotions prompt you. So as an Aquarius, you do tend to get in your head a lot. but it is asking you a little bit to, you know, with the go with the flow energy, I'm getting, listen to your body, listen to your instinct, listen to what you need for your soul, and that will guide you. You know, and I keep hearing you don't need to rush to make a decision, so that's interesting. Let's see what else. What are your angels helping you with, Aquarius, for August 2022? Oh gosh, they all fell. Oh, I'll get the one. No, I'm getting the one on the bottom because I can feel the energy. Ah, interesting. Capricorn had this as well, Angel of the Universe. So this is getting you to ask your guides to help you with decisions. Ask Spirit to guide you, you know, your highest guide. So when you ask for help from Spirit, always ask your highest guides to help you discern messages and signs and help you feel your way forward. Usually Spirit, the way they communicate is not through worry, not through fear, not through the mind being overly analytical. It's more just something that comes over you, a knowing or a feeling or a sudden sign that's answering a question that you've asked the universe to give you direction with, and it comes at a time when you don't expect it, and it kind of really comes out of the blue. And also when you get intuitive instruction from Spirit or messages from Spirit, they don't try to force you to take that up. It's, you know, we have free will too, so it's up to us. We can delay our progress if we want to. Spirit's not forceful in that way unless they're really trying to get us out of danger, then that's different. But this is 3 and 5, which is about transformation of your life, going through this tunnel. See how this man's walking through? He can't actually see where he's going because the light is so bright, yet he's still walking forward. So it's showing go a step at a time with what you're feeling and your decision that you're wanting to make, Aquarius. Okay, let's look at the astro dice for Aquarius. What's coming up? We have Scorpio, deep feelings and emotions. Third house, deep communication. Mercury, deep communication. Mercury in Scorpio, however, is important because that can sometimes be like focusing on the negative too much or the fears, okay? So don't focus on your fears. It's not going to help you. You know, we are as human beings very sometimes guarded, self-protective, fearful of change. That's very much Mercury and Scorpio energy. But sometimes focus on what's negative and getting stuck in that. It was a 3, sorry. 3's come up here, which is to do with communications with others, your day-to-day life, what's happening in your daily life. There might be very intense communications or conversations with others close to you, or with friends, or with somebody that, you know, you have that lives close to you, like a neighbor or someone that's like a relative or friend. But there's also something that you're wanting to communicate that is serious in nature for some of you. Some of you, it's receiving communication that's deep and emotional. For others, it's giving. So it's either giving or receiving, depending on your situation. But there's definitely some strong energy around communication this month, about authentic feelings and thoughts and change as well. So that's what I was getting. All right, let's go lastly to Pisces. Let's see what's going on for Pisces for August 2022. Pisces. Oh, jumping cards. Okay, so we have the Awakening card, which is the Judgment card. Okay, so this is Pluto energy. So the Pisces are going through something this month that's very deep, very powerful. Again, this, you know, this speaks of change, but it's kind of more gradual change. It's about awakening to a new level of life experience, going deeper with things and insights and awareness and evolution that you're going through. Sometimes this is like a big change where, you know, for some Pisces, it's like having a child or relocating, you know, to a completely new place that brings new experiences, new relationships. This is very big spiritual change for you. It's not necessarily easy either. It's deep though. And what it is, it's really transforming you so that you can be more empowered in your life. We have Snake for Pisces. Wow, totally relates to this. Unbelievable, because this is Pluto. Pluto is about purging, releasing, surrender, letting go. And the Snake is about shedding your old skin, your old self. So you know, Pisces is going through some kind of significant changes in the month of August. This can be very gradual as well. Think about a snake shedding its skin. It doesn't all fall off at once. It falls off in parts gradually. If you've ever seen that process, you know, bits and pieces fall off until it's, you know, it doesn't happen even in one day. It can happen over the course of multiple days, a week in the snake's life. So it shows a process that's underway for you that's not instant, but it is very transformative, and it is going to liberate you in some way, because it's almost like you're getting out of stagnation, Pisces, is what I'm seeing here. Things have been a little bit stagnant in some way. So there's new experiences, new energy coming in, change that's actually ultimately positive, but it feels like you have been going through a hard time. Let's see what the angels are helping you with. Angel of Solitude. You might have felt quite alone in a struggle, or that you've had to deal with a lot of things on your own. 29 is 11, which is about self-mastery and having to deal with a lot of painful thoughts and emotions that are quite deep. Look at her on the boat there. She's kind of like adrift, and she doesn't really know where she's being guided, but the angels are watching over her. And this is a reassuring message. She's saying, even when you feel lost, it doesn't necessarily mean that you are. You're just in a passage that you have to go through to get to the next phase of your life. So a lot of it's perspective with what we go through, you know, a lot of the struggles and the challenges. Okay, so we have Golden Healer Quartz, open the door. See, there's a new passage, there's a new experience that wants to come into your life. All these messages are very similar. And this is saying, you know, sometimes we're getting in our own way from having a negative perspective, or a perspective that keeps us stuck. So trusting that your intuition is prompting you, listen to that. Don't block your own new doorway that wants to open, okay? Let it open and go through the door. Even if you're just taking one tiny step at a time, it's better than not moving. All right, we have Venus, which is about love, Virgo, and the second house. So with these Venus, Virgo, second house, this can be good for any kind of work that you want to do in the month of August that is your own thing. So anything creative, anything related to healing, because Venus in Virgo can relate to hands-on healing, crystal healing, anything, any of the healing modalities. It can also be with regards to relationships. There is some work that you need to do this month with regards to self-worth before you're kind of looking for something else or something new. There are new things coming into your life, but it's like you're in that transition phase with the snake shedding. So while you're in this phase where you don't know kind of what's coming next, use that time to work on your self-worth, to work on this sense of feeling proud of who you are, working on your achievements, your finances, your money situation, your work situation, your health as well with Venus in Virgo, and your well-being. So you might actually be looking at some kind of new exercise routine or yoga or something that helps you to get your energy back, because I do feel a bit of low energy, but sometimes that can be things that you're experiencing that are difficult. But that snake card and this one together with the Pluto card is super strong, and the healer quartz is showing you are healing. You're going through a process and you'll get out the other side of this. And sometimes we don't realize that sometimes the passages feel like we're blocked, but we're actually not. We're just in some kind of necessary change phase. I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great month, everyone. Bye.